think I should use 2 minutes. Anyways, I'm Taz Bouchier. I'm a community elder, residing in Edmonton for many years. And it was brought to my attention recently. First, I would like to acknowledge the loss of David Wynn. And it is not something that is to be taken lightly. I understand the dangers in the occupation that you, as police officers and as safety officers. And I do commend that you put your lives at risk. And unfortunately, some are taking them to the other side, as we say in my culture. The presentations I've heard up to thus far has not mentioned once that we are in Treaty 6 territory. Neither have you mentioned as a police commission that you are sitting in Treaty 6 territory to acknowledge that. I would like to acknowledge that. As well, the presentation with the police officers who sat here with your team did not mention that 80% of their clients are of Aboriginal descent and Aboriginal culture background. That would have been an important stat to put into their presentation, I do believe, because then it would open the doors to have you gotten Aboriginal consent, have you gotten any kind of consultation with the Aboriginal community in regards to the best practices that you as police officers are doing out there. The primary reason I brought me here today was your recent promotion of my Wasylyshen. This is my 3rd time coming back with this issue. Again, I am not pleased that he was promoted based on the fact that he has a criminal history that is violent. And it makes it difficult for the Aboriginal community to access services when they do not have trust and relationship. You speak about building relationship with community, then we are the community that you need to build relationship with, because we're the most highly marginalized and most represented out there in the community as homeless and addictions, as well as mental health states. I don't know how many of your officers and how many people in the police services have had historical trauma training, and to understand what that is and to know how to apply that knowledge in regards to the work that you do. I think that would be something that would be a recommendation for the police services at large, all staff members. We did that for courtroom services, and it was very effective, and then being able to help the people through the processing procedures. I have worked at the Edmonton Remand for many years, and I'm very familiar with the many barriers in regards to helping the Aboriginal community. And one of the barriers is uniform. If you want to build a center, I would highly recommend that you build a center where that uniform is not worn, because the uniform is a trigger for many who are claimed to be assaulted by the police officers. And there are many who have come forward and who are afraid to speak and to weigh any kind of legal proceedings in that regard. They believe their voices won't be heard, and as an elder, I sit many times listening to people with the traumas they experience at the hands of the Edmonton City Police. I have worked well with the Edmonton City Police in the past, and I have met many officers who have high integrity and who work very well, who I would trust with my grandchildren. My Wasylyshen is not one of them. When I spoke with him within a circle, which caught me off guard, I wasn't expecting him to be there. And I wasn't expecting it to be a healing circle for Mike. Had I known that, I probably would not have attended. My thought was I was going to find out more and gather more information for the public that came to me and asked me to address this as an Aboriginal elder community. I'm privileged to be called the elder in my community. It is not one that is taken lightly, and I know that when I speak, I'm as if carrying a sacred pipe in my hand. And your uniform represents to me something of high integrity. And when I looked at people in uniform as a child, I trusted that uniform. And I trusted that uniform would protect. Today, we question whether that uniform is protecting the Aboriginal community or defeating the Aboriginal community. And I recommend that you work harder at building a relationship. And we ask for demotion, if not a firing of my Wasylyshen, to that effect, to demonstrate that relationship building. Thank you.
Hello, thank you for letting me speak. I appreciate the work that the officers of the Edmonton Police Force, the work that they do for us. There was a great example that you had here today. Unfortunately, the promotion of Mike, I'm not going to say his last name because I can't pronounce it right, but the promotion of Mike is not one of your regular moves. It's the nature of the crimes that he has committed are all of a type in which he is trying to impose extreme authority. The position you are putting him in is one where he can, where he's going to use that in inappropriate manner. The fact that he's shown in these other incidences that he has a problem with his authority, I don't think it's a wise thing to put him into the position that you are, that he has so much authority. Out of all the candidates that you must have had, and I would really hope that you had other candidates when you decided to pick him for the position you put him in. I cannot, I really don't believe that any of the other candidates probably had the criminal record that he had. To me, that would put him to the bottom of the list right off the bat. I don't understand why that didn't happen. If he is the best candidate of all the candidates you had, then that's not speaking very well about your force. Hopefully he had more charges than anybody else. If you read the newspaper articles and the information about the promotion that he got and the charges that he has, it is very difficult to present that to anybody without them seeing it as corruption within the system. My children, I don't see how I could explain it to them that they wouldn't see that. If you have teenagers, I would implore you to seek out their opinions on it. Based on the information that we are getting, you would really, based on the information that we are getting, unless there's something that we don't know, which would have to be pretty phenomenal, it's just the optics of it look really bad. Try it on your own children. Talk to your own kids. If you've got teenage kids, ask them what this looks like. It is really fodder for comedy. If we had a John Stewart here in this city, or any of the other, perhaps Rick Mercer would like this type of material. It fits very well in amongst the material that comedians like to use to criticize the bureaucracy. So the optics are just not good. There must be better candidates out there, and I really feel bad for the other candidates that would have liked to advance, probably were willing and wanting, and probably very capable people that they've lost an opportunity, and that's a shame for them. So I have nothing else to say, but to me that's more than enough. Thank you.